chickadees, and welcome to episode 670 of Good Luck High Five.
You're listening to a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering. Whether you also celebrate American Thanksgiving, you celebrate a different Thanksgiving, or you give no thanks at all, we are here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And I'm a third human being, and maybe also a host named Tyler.
And the question for the tape today to kick off the episode is, since it is Thanksgiving week here in the US of A, what are you most thankful for in Magic right now?
Okay, I don't remember if I mentioned this on the show.
Yeah.
But when I went to the Spotlight series in Baltimore, Spotlight series Spider-Man, I was looking around, right?
Yeah.
I was like working and I'm looking around. And Maria, I just had this distinct memory of going to a GP in a Grand Prix in Denver, I think, way back in the day. This is like 2016 or something like that, 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And like literally the only like femme people, the only women in the room were me and you and like two other people maybe.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, and I still remember that feeling from so many of those events.
Yeah.
Going in and
yes.
just being like, invisible, right? Like women invisible, not there.
Not there.
Like you look around, just not there. And I looked around at Baltimore and I was like, it's like at every table.
Wild.
Right?
I love
There's
this
like,
so much.
There's like a woman,
It's
there's
so
like
true.
femme presenting people
Yes.
everywhere. Like literally.
Yeah.
Dozens.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's grown so much since we started doing
And it
this
was one
show.
of the first times, because it was one of the first times like post pandemic that I've been in that kind of space.
Yeah.
Specifically, right, there's been Magic cons, but those are different because like the environment is different. There's so much there's so
Yeah.
much stuff.
Yeah.
This
It's
because
more of a
it's such a
competitive-
mirror.
Yes.
And also because it looks like it, right? Like,
Yes,
yeah,
like
yeah,
Magic cons, there's so much others. Like people are walking around, they're
Yeah,
milling around,
yes.
they're going to all these different things. Whereas this is just like an opportunity to see side by side group of people sitting down just in this room playing, to have that like comparison. And I think about it all the time, right? I've been thinking about it ever
Yes.
since then.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Totally.
Because I just had this moment of being like, oh my God.
The landscape has shifted.
The way that it has fundamentally changed
Yeah.
blew me away, because I don't think that I had 100% like reckoned with that yet.
yeah.
And it felt really great.
And that
That
is
felt
like,
great.
kudos to everybody in the community for making this
Yes.
happen. It is a community effort to make these spaces that, new people want to come to and
Exactly.
join and be in.
And being friends with, just like being friendly with each other,
Yes.
right? Like a bunch of them like would know each other, even just like passingly saying hi
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really worthwhile, really incredible.
Tyler, what are you thankful for in your magical life?
Oh, it's a great question. The thing I think of is just how long Magic has been a part of my life, and I'm thankful to have something that has come in and out of my life that is, it's one of the touch points of my life, I think, in some ways. And I played with my brother when we were just wee little lads and living in North Dakota, and didn't have anyone to play with other than each other. And did we always play by the exact rules? I can't say that that's likely to be true, but even so,
Hopefully not.
yeah, hopefully not. But but I just can remember like going on to like dial up internet and like looking at like Kai Buddha like tournament results and being like, oh wow, like what, like legitimately, like I would be like, wow, he's won again, and like just like how cool I can just remember how cool it was to feel like you were a part of this thing, and to get to learn these cards, like I've always just so appreciated the way it makes my brain feel to kind of like see new cards and say like, oh, what does that mean? Or what does this mean? And just to like the amount of cards that have like entered and left my brain is probably more than I want to really comprehend.
Wow.
But
Never thought about it that way, but yeah.
You know what I mean?
What a way to
Have to
say
say.
it.
Yeah, but I do. There's something about it that's very comforting to me. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
I love that too. Well, I'm thankful for paying 2 mana to draw 3 cards.
What? Maria, what?
I know.
Have
I
you
knew
been-
this was going to shock you, Megan.
What is happening?
I
Would
know.
you say you've been accumulating wisdom?
I have been
Nice.
every attempt, Tyler. Indeed. But that's for later in the show, because we are going to be talking about Avatar draft. Megan's in shock.
We might need to pause the recording and just allow Megan to have like a minute, because I think she's.
Is there a
Wait till she sees
defibrillator
one
in
of
this building?
one of the decks that I drafted.
And it's the second surprise that Maria has levied on us today.
That's true. Producers, you're going to get to know about the first surprise.
Oh my God.
Which truly blew me away.
Yeah, me too.
I'm in shock, quite honestly, that it shocked you.
Yeah, so more to come on that if you're producers.
But
we will talk
also,
about that.
my other real answer is just that I get to do this podcast with you both every week because
that's
coming in
kind.
and doing goofs, I mean, nothing I love more in life.
Yeah,
and having a scheduled goof, like I can't recommend it enough.
Do you know
That's
what?
actually-
A scheduled goof.
Yeah,
A scheduled goof is so important.
it is. Yeah.
I agree.
It's uplifting.
If you don't have a scheduled goof in your life, consider adding one.
Yeah.
You know,
This is-
whatever that
Absolutely.
means to you.
Oh wow, I actually love that.
Even if it's once a month, be like, this is the goof I want.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
You miss 100% of the goofs that you don't goof.
Yeah. You miss 100% of the goofs you don't schedule.
Yeah, or schedule. Yeah, that's good too.
Oh,
That
now
was
I just
more
want to
tied
watch the
into it.
Goofy movie. I've said the word goof too many times.
Whoa.
That's how it is. It's
Classic
just like
film.
It's just like Candyman. Like if you say it, or Beetlejuice, like whichever, you know.
3 times.
Yeah, 3 times you got to watch it. I think.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Everyone on the show this week, we're going to talk about things that we can't stop thinking about in Magic. And one of those things, as I've previewed to you all, is Avatar Draft, because I think the 3 of us have been going pretty hard and fast on this draft format.
I've been drafting.
I feel like I've drafted this set more than any other set in recent memory.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you that like 4 days in,
Yeah, and we're not even like, it was just
No,
released
it was
on
just
Friday.
been a week.
like
Yeah,
3
wow.
or 4 days into drafting this set, I had already accumulated more Avatar packs in 4 days than I did the entirety of Through the Omen Paths.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Which, to be fair, I was one of the people who was like, I just didn't play through the. I was
Yeah,
just
sure.
not
Yeah,
intrigued.
yeah,
Like it,
Yeah.
I tried to. It did not spark the joy for me, so
Fair
I
enough,
simply
yeah.
did not.
Yeah.
But I was like, I went to the page of my packs, and I was like,
Oh,
I already
here
have
they are.
I will have
way more.
a slight tangent. I'll have to show you all my pack page sometime because
Oh,
it's
God.
kind of
It's going to be so
it's
thick.
sort of, and I don't ever
yeah.
open them, so I just have a lot of.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yes.
open them at the end, though, to get your gems?
I don't open them. I've not opened any
you don't-
since like.
Wow, sick
I think
brags.
since like before, I think like maybe since Crimson Vow or maybe like slightly before that. I have to look.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, so I'll show you all sometime. It kind of like bugs out the computer because
There's
at least
so
on Macs, like if
many.
you try to like trackpad through it, it doesn't actually work very well. Yeah, this is actually true.
Oh my God.
My
you literally have too many
God.
packs. We should. Okay, you
All right.
don't have to, but I'm just saying, like, you should set some kind. There should be some
the
benchmark.
first person that donates at $5,000 a month,
be
Tyler
like-
will open all of this.
You'll open it, and we can record it. Like,
Yeah, I'd be
watch
happy.
it
Sure,
happen.
yeah, totally.
The
yeah.
computer will crash.
But you
Anything for
can
the
pick
content.
whatever it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you get to pick.
You can set the
It can
line.
also be a personal
I'll
like, it
I'll
doesn't-
think about that.
you know?
Yeah, I'll pray on that, and we'll.
It doesn't have to be good luck high five related.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
want to be like, there
Yeah,
should be
there should be a benchmark for me. I appreciate
some-
that. Yeah,
something that someday
that I cross
yeah.
over at some point. Yeah,
That's
All right.
truly incredible. For the listeners who don't know, Tyler plays Arena for free and has ever since the initial investment of whatever $10 it is.
Yeah, or that
Yeah.
that little pack.
Wow.
You know, the thing they offer you is like a.
So when, he talks about draft, I tend to listen. Let's just put it that way.
Doctors hate this one farmer.
Doctors hate this one farmer is so true. Before we kick off the show in earnest, we're also thankful for you, our beautiful and wonderful listeners
Yes.
and
Yes.
patrons, and everyone who supports us on patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Thank you so much, everyone. You make this show and everything we do here possible.
Yes.
It would not happen without you. And I mean that in the most basic sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fundamentally
It's literally true.
Literally wouldn't.
Yeah, just like the periodic table, like there's like all those elements like that are fundamental
You're
building blocks.
hydrogen and
Like,
oxygen.
yeah, you are. Yeah.
I thought you were like, the periodic table of elements wouldn't exist without people contributing to it.
Yeah.
Well,
which
it's
is
also true.
And those are, yeah, that's true. I see. But I like the idea that like this podcast and the periodic table of elements, those two things wouldn't exist without our patrons specifically. Like do you know what I mean?
Patrons,
We know you're out
you
there.
keep this show and the periodic table of elements
afloat.
happening.
Yeah.
I know at least one of you is responsible for Einsteinium or whatever. Einsteinium?
Yeah.
Some new element that
Yeah.
has a weird name. I know one of you did that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We have a couple people to thank and send pre-release packs to as well.
2 new patrons.
Yay!
2 new patrons. Thank you to new patron Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
Lauren.
Lauren, I won't be snoring today because I'm so excited by this this gift that you've given us for Thanksgiving.
Oh, very
Lauren,
nice.
I would love to read more about your backstory and know the lore in
what I was
your
gonna
past.
Oh
Yes!
no! Pun steal.
Pun
Sniped.
steal fatality. Oh, Megan straight up stole mine.
Wow.
Thanks, Lauren. You're the best. That's what I got for you.
Say something.
And then
Say something about boring.
Lauren, hey, you're not boring me with your patronage.
there we go.
I had an assist.
And thank you to new patron Steven.
Steven.
Steven, you're not stealing. Wait, you are stealing our hearts. You are stealing our hearts away.
Hey, Steven, maybe you don't remember when Steve hosted a couple episodes of this podcast,
Wow.
but you'd be our third Steve
Yes.
on those episodes.
Steve.
Steven, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you won't be leaving soon.
Whoa. Nice work.
If you want to be like our new patrons and support us, you can do so by going to patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Early episode releases, Discord access, and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. And these two lovely people get Avatar pre-release packs mailed to them as well. So thank you for that, friends. That is excellent of you. We've got a new Commander Arcade episode that's currently up at youtube.com/GLHF Commander. Go check it out, where Tyler plays Deadpool and chaos ensues.
Chaos. It sure do be ensuing.
It sure do be ensuing.
Look,
Yeah.
we know Deadpool is a seemingly divisive card in Commander.
Yeah.
But all I can say is that, like, our show is not only for, like, checking out the decks that we build and how they play, but also for being a good hang. You know what I mean?
I think we are an
Yeah.
excellent hang of a show.
So
I do
We
agree
are
with
an
that.
excellent.
And
Yeah.
remember, patrons, you have
Hey.
access to our Mystery Science Theater track of Mazes and Monsters over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic if you want to do a movie watch along over the
That's
holiday with
right.
us.
I didn't get to be here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
announced it
when
last
you
week.
announced Mazes
Yeah.
and Monsters.
We truly are very proud of it, and we hope that people, take the time to listen to it or enjoy it because it was a blast to make.
Oh, yeah.
And, we would love to do more of them.
Megan, before we go on, we have to know how Desert Bus was where you
Yes,
were
please
last
go.
week.
Regale us.
It was 10 out of 10 experience.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I had an amazing time. It was also, I mean, obviously it's very exhausting.
Yeah, it's a lot.
yeah.
It's
a lot of
How
experience.
long were your shift? Was it 6
I
hours?
was on
8
yes,
hours?
I was on the
Noon to
shift
si-
that
well,
was
noon to
noon to
6,
6
right?
p.m.
Okay, yeah.
Pacific time. It was so great. Sometimes I got to play the game, drive the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Great experience.
Toot toot.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Did you
One time,
crash?
I did never crash, and
Nice.
I did one time was the person to complete the run.
Wow.
It is so uneventful, I didn't even notice it had happened. Someone played over at the screen, and they were like, hey,
Hey, you did it.
You did it. You beat the game.
wow. Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
that happened.
That happened.
Exactly. That happened. We played so many fun so many fun
Oh, yeah.
other
Weird,
mini
strange,
games. Like
yeah.
Graham made this Graham Stark's spelling wasp, which was a spelling bee. But meaner.
That
Spelling
makes sense.
loss.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it was difficult words?
Well, you could choose. So the first round is that you could choose from what is it? I forget. It was like the bowl for babies.
Wow.
I forget what the middle one was. The reasonable receptacle, I think. And then I forget, but the toilet was it was a toilet, which was the hard words.
Oh, wow.
And I picked the hard words every time, and only
Hey.
once was I truly successful.
All right, well.
But then the second half of it was always really fun because it would be like a category. Like the first one was deserts. And so it was these cutouts of different deserts, and you would pick your cutout and he would read facts and then pick a fact fact, like pick one of the words from the fact for you to spell.
Oh, wow. That's
I like
so
that.
cool.
My first one was Gobi, because I picked the Gobi Desert.
Sure.
Nice.
Very straightforward.
Yeah,
But
classic
the second
desert.
one, which was all about buses, was the New Lynx Millennium Low Line. Was my word to spell, which is a bus line in Lancashire.
Oh, interesting.
And it turns out that they decided to misspell it entirely, and it's all spelled with Y's where the I's would be.
Oh, that's a trick
Exactly.
one.
So it was a lot of fun stuff like that. There was another one of my favorite / the most traumatizing events was the blind baking challenges, which is where we would be blindfolded. I missed the first one, which was decorating cupcakes, but the second one was making a sandwich, and the third one was making an ice cream sundae. And the thing is that in addition to being blindfolded while you're like trying to assemble it, they had like normal sandwich spreads, like nut butters and jams, but then they also had evil spreads.
Oh no. And you don't know.
Yeah.
Could you
Were
you
you
allowed
ended
to
up-
sample?
No. So my sandwich was slices of cinnamon raisin bread.
Okay.
Nice start.
Good start.
Sun-dried
Strong.
tomato pesto. And spicy mustard. Truly a foul
Gnarly.
experience.
Yeah.
My ice cream sundae was grape nuts ice cream. With
interesting.
Didn't know that existed.
like the magic chocolate shell, great, and Guy Fieri's donkey sauce, which is the most evil topping to ever be invented. It is.
Is it like a
the most
hot
foul
sauce or
thing.
like what?
It's
Donkey
not.
sauce?
I wish it was a hot sauce,
Okay.
Tyler.
What is it?
Let me see. I'll
Yeah,
read it
okay,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
How is it not a hot sauce?
I don't know. I felt like really confident in my guess
Guy
there when it was called donkey
Fieri's
sauce.
Donkeys, if it's anything other than a hot
Donkey
sauce, I'm going to
sauce.
throw up.
It is not.
Well,
it is
she's
not.
telling you that you need to throw up.
I'm telling you that you need
that
to.
is illegal. That name, donkey sauce, that is just heinous.
That feels like a whole investigative
Okay,
report needs to be done on
agree.
what's going
It is
on
a
there.
mix of mayonnaise, roasted garlic, yellow mustard, Worcestershire sauce, salt, and pepper.
Why is it called donkey sauce? I
don't
hate
know.
it.
It's evil, though. It's the worst sauce to ever be
Especially
invented.
on ice cream.
Let me tell you, I bit it and I've never so urgently needed to like not swallow something
to spit
in my
something
I
out.
had to like spit it out immediately.
Oh, yuck.
It was horrifying.
Wow.
But the experience overall, really
Yeah,
delightful.
A+,
I had
yeah.
an amazing time.
Yeah.
They raised over $1 million for Child's Play,
cool.
which is incredible.
Yay.
It was very cool. We learned that some of that money goes to purchasing fart machines
Oh, nice.
to make fart noises
Yeah.
for kids
That
to
is
entertain
important.
them.
I-
That's
Exactly.
a goof, right?
Yes,
that
it
is
is
a
a
goof.
scheduled goof.
A
Yeah.
scheduled goof.
It's a scheduled goof
Yeah.
for kids when they're having to learn how to like be in an MRI machine and stuff like that. It was amazing.
That sounds like a wonderful time.
It was really amazing.
Thanks any of our listeners who tuned
Yes.
in to watch Desert Bus. And if you
Yeah, I
donated,
saw so
thank
many of you in chat.
chat.
Oh my God, I got to do something called caramel dancing.
Oh, I saw that happen.
It's my new favorite thing of all time. It's just a dance. You hop back and forth. You have little weird
Seems
ears on
very
your head.
hard.
And it really tried my stamina pretty heavily.
Like,
but it was
gyms
amazing.
shouldn't even have like whatever they have in them.
No,
equipment.
gyms
It should
should have
just be
caramel
caramel
dancing.
dancing, and that should be it.
It was incredible. Everything about the experience. 10 out of 10.
Let's talk about what we can't let go in magic currently, right now, happening in this moment
Well,
in time.
do you got any answer? Does anybody have any answer that isn't
It
Avatar?
is an avatar draft. I gotta find a picture. I'm gonna text you all this picture.
Okay, please.
I have to find it on my desktop though because
And
there's a
by
lot
you all,
of
you mean
pictures.
every one of our listeners, right?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
every
because
single one
if you're
of our
watching the video,
listeners.
you'll get access to this, friends. If you're just listening, I don't know what to tell you. But this I'm gonna kick it off because this is not Avatar draft related, but it is something that I am like, oh, this is great.
Ooh, okay, great.
And this is a photo that was taken from the regional championship that was happening in Antwerp this past weekend. And it features Philippa and Simon Nielsen on coverage. And, you know,
Sounds very adorable already.
I mean, it is. They're both wonderful, lovely people, and she's, you know, being fashionable as a host of this show this weekend,
Yeah.
and is
she has
wearing
great style.
Yeah.
a one-sided dress, so one arm was free.
Yeah.
So what am I saying? One shoulder dress.
Yeah.
And Simon decided to join her in the booth and like took down his like jacket
It's
and
like
everything.
a one-shoulder suit.
Yeah, he took his arm out so he would match her in like the fashion choice for the weekend.
Yes.
And I just want to say that this is wonderful and it makes me so happy because something I always advocate for in coverage and in Magic in general is the goofs.
Yeah.
I've talked about it.
Yeah.
Let's have fun. This
Let's
is a fun
have the
game.
goofs.
And I just love like both of them being willing to like have this fun moment on camera together and be a little goofy and play around with each other. And I just like huge thumbs up to both of them. They're both wonderful people. I love both of them. So great job. Great work.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it and Magic needs more goofs. And that's my point and I'm sticking to it.
Wait, are you
do.
going to show us the photo?
I texted to you.
Oh.
Da-na-na.
Did you?
I did receive. I will
Yes.
say I did
What?
receive it.
I didn't receive it.
Oh my gosh! Do
Unreal.
I
Yeah,
can,
turn
I
your-
can turn
turn your
my, I
computer.
can turn my computer. Into
There
it.
it is. I know I was
Nothing
like,
could have prepared me for
how
that.
is Megan not having a bigger reaction to this?
I
Because
love-
it's a great photo.
I love that because of the lining of Simon's suit, it kind of looks intentional in a
Yeah.
way. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's
Yes.
it kind of works. I honestly. Yeah, I would have thought that was something that he had prepared for the day rather than just
Really
did in the
great.
moment. So
Yeah.
I appreciate
Really
it.
great.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
More.
Monty, the ball is in your court at the World Championship coming
no,
up.
Gauntlet
in
has been
2
thrown
Yes.
down to match whatever it is
Whatever
that you
I'm
wear.
wearing.
You have to send him some. You need to help him prepare. You need to send him some.
Sure.
Some stuff
Some
to get
assists.
ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, but the thing is, he won't.
Money.
He's going to be wearing tennis shoes behind
Money's
the desk.
been called out.
Oh,
Sweatpants if he could.
Money, I've heard you quote unquote won't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so prove us
gauntlet
wrong.
thrown.
Unfortunately, we know this reasoning doesn't work on Money. Money is just like, yeah, you're right. I
Right.
won't.
Actually, you've pegged me
Yeah,
exactly,
and
and
that's
I
it.
will
Shout
not.
out Money.
And that's that.
Doesn't just being like, yep, that's who I am. All right.
Oh, brother. But yes, the true answer is also Avatar Draft. I think
Yes.
we're all in.
Yes. Yes.
I've played so many drafts. Megan has. Tyler, you say you have as well.
Yes, I have been
It's a
enjoying it.
great format.
Yep.
It's super fun. And when the format started out, I just realized something about myself that I was drafting decks that I don't normally draft.
Yeah, Maria, tell me more
Yeah,
about
same.
you
Yeah,
drawing
you and
three
your drawing your
cards.
three
For
cards,
2
yeah.
mana. So, okay.
I mean, it is one of my favorite cards I've ever seen.
Yeah, I feel like Accumulate Wisdom. That's the one in a blue. If you have 3 lesson cards in your graveyard, you're just drawn 3. This card is unbelievable. Obviously, it goes without saying, 3 cards for 2 mana is ridiculous.
Very good.
And this is one of my early thoughts on the format, and you can all tell me what you think about this. But I feel like drawing cards is so incredibly important.
Yes.
Far more than other formats. You can't just play dudes and be like, "Here's my dudes." Do you disagree?
I do.
Holy cow!
But that's okay.
Let's.
If you ask me a question, I will answer it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is great.
But I
Let's get
also
into
want to
it.
hear. Well, but I want to hear you talk more about what you've experienced because I have seen some of your decks and they look really cool. And if you are being drawn to drawing cards,
Yeah.
that means something
That
to
means
both of
something
us.
to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have one of my favorite decks I drafted was a blue-black deck in this format, which was helped out by the fact that I was running Day of Black Sun, which is a board sweeper, and Ruinous Waterbending, which is a smaller board sweeper. But I drafted
Love
a
Ruinous Waterbending.
complete control deck that was just kill stuff. Bounce stuff back to my opponent's hands with Lost Days, which is the 4 and a blue instant that you would tuck it second down in their library and make a clue.
Which
And
is an excellent common.
excellent common. And my top end is what Cat Gator, which deals damage to
Love
whatever
Cat
based on
Gator.
swamps.
I do love
right
Cat
to the
Gator.
face,
Yeah.
right? So like I was terrified when I was drafting this deck, but then when I played it, I was like, oh my God, is this what it feels like to want to play a control deck? Because it was like, here's the thing, it was like the opposite feeling that I get playing an aggressive deck, which my aggressive
Which
deck,
makes sense. Yeah.
I'm
Go on.
so scared at the end of the game. I'm very nervous and sweaty. I'm like, are they going to kill my creature in this combat? What do they have that's going to make me not win the game,
Sure,
right?
sure,
yeah.
In contrast, playing the control deck, I was nervous and sweaty at the beginning of the game. Can I survive this? Will I find my Ruinous Waterbending? Will my little dumb messenger hawks
Yeah.
be enough to carry me through? But by the time the game was going to end, I was completely confident. So it was an interesting inverse
Yeah.
of what I normally experience in a game.
Yeah.
which was totally wild. And I just felt like when I draft, I'm so drawn to blue because I'm trying to get a lot of card advantage. And like, I just have found that that's...
Look at that.
Wow.
That's what's been successful.
Yeah.
You're entering a new era of your life, perhaps.
I'm like, get quenched. I'm
do
quenching
like,
bros.
Quench is a good card in this format as well. I think,
it is.
But abandoned attachments, I'm drafting it like third pick.
I love abandoned attachments. I keep getting... I keep opening Spirit Water Revival, which let me tell you, that card is disgusting.
Well, when is that one?
It's a rare. It's 1 blue sorcery to draw 2 cards. You can waterbend 6 when you cast it, and if you do, you shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7 cards, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game.
I've never seen that.
And let me tell
great.
you, when you cast it for its waterbend cost, you're just like, that's winning the game. That feels like winning the game, and it is winning the game.
Yeah.
Because you have 7 cards in hand.
That's wild.
Assuming you're not going to die immediately to whatever's happening on the other side, I agree with you.
Exactly. But usually if you've done your work, you've set up your board so that you're at like 18 or whatever, at least when you're doing this. All of a sudden you're just like, I have 9 cards in hand.
Like, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, literally,
Make your
what are you going to do?
Drawing clues, drawing off the blue land. Like, I don't know. Okay, here's my other observation, which you may refute.
Well, it's not about refuting. I just may have had a different experience. You know?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Which is drawing cards being important for me is also that when I lose, I'm losing to like tricksy stuff that really cheeses my gourd.
My gourd has also been cheesed some, so I think we've shared that. Yeah, there's been some cheese on my
gourd has been cheesed every once in a while.
Go ahead and say what. I have a specific card that I'll follow up, but you.
Yeah, I was going to say twin blade, whatever, the red
that's
double strike equipment.
AKA Embercleave.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it does feel like Embercleave. Octopus form, for example.
Sure.
Just like whatever, yip, the green one that gives plus.
That's the white one, I think. But
Yeah. All of those. I feel like I've been trixied out of so many games, and I don't know why I feel that way. How to Start a Riot.
Had a lot of riots started on my turf.
Yeah.
Turns out.
My computer's dead, so I'm gonna have to share with you for the rest of this show, Tyler. That's my opinions. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, again, I'm not necessarily looking to tell you that you're wrong, but my experience has been that I think I'm always trying
You're either with her or against her.
Yeah, Tyler, there's only 2 options
Okay, all right.
here.
If you're telling me there's 2 options, then you are wrong.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes, and I have a Sith. I'm a Sith.
And I have a Sith.
I have a Sith. I have my own Sith. In my back pocket, he's tiny and small. Still a Sith Lord. No matter, Yoda was tiny.
Yeah,
so
true,
don't even get at me.
Yep, size does not matter. Yep.
He's evil.
Yeah, I love this picture that we've drawn. But corralling it back to draft.
Sure.
My experience has been that I have always wanted to be in white, sometimes blue as well. I've often ended up in white blue.
Those two are the 2 strongest colors, I believe.
Yeah, and I've found white to be like the place I'm most happy to start the draft, and I have really been. I feel like the allies and just kind of going wide has performed well.
Yeah.
Like there are cards that 3 mana 3/3 that you pay 5 and give your team +1/+1.
It's
that
a
card's
real
better
threat.
than I thought it was going to be going into the format. I've been happy to be in those kind of like heavily white decks, and also I've played a little bit of the heavily DeFore, who is a drafting streamer. I don't know if either of you are familiar with him. He's from Europe somewhere. He's like one of he's a grinder for sure. But really respect his takes on limited, and he early on in the format identified that like the Fire Nation Cadets, is that what it's called?
The one mana red guy,
1/2 with that gets firebending 2 if it has a lesson in your graveyard and has paid 2, give it +1/+1 or +1/+0 until end of turn. He found that card was being underdrafted and like started drafting these like really heavily red decks with a lot of the Embercleave card and a lot of tricks, and was number 1 on Mythic with that deck, and I saw it, and I did a little bit of that myself, and it did. I love when you get it I think he even said himself that it was kind of like maybe an early format type of a thing because it feels like a kind of almost like you're playing constructed because you can get he was like, these cards are being underdrafted. I'm going to get these cards and like I can build this deck that's very, has a lot of, what am I trying to say? Synergy to it. And even though the cards themselves are maybe not like super impressive on their own, like when they all come together, they are really impressive. And so,
yeah.
I feel like when I said dudes, I should have said green dudes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I was
Fair
thinking
enough.
of.
Yeah.
Red dudes, I'm all in for.
Sure.
Red black dudes, not. I'm out.
Yeah, I think red black is not a place that black specifically, as we did call before the format started, not really the place you want to be. It seems to be a decent support color. Like there are decks like black, white, and black, green. Like if you're playing, I think primarily one of the other colors and black as a support color. Some of the black like the signpost uncommons that black shares with, like the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. What is that?
Great.
A white black one is called.
Can I
Lost.
tell you all
Yeah,
about
please.
I drafted a black-white deck with 4 copies of Tolls of War.
Yeah, that's the one I was just trying to
4
say. Yeah.
copies.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
It was absurd.
Yeah, that
was
card's
great.
excellent as well. Yeah, so if you get some of those for black, I would say if you get some of those, like they have there's some busted rares in deck, like there's some busted rares in black. One of the best rares in the set, if not the best rare, is that the Rise of Sozin, which is that 4 black
Saga.
Saga that's a board sweep, and then it flips over into a
Wild.
busted creature on the back. That card, excellent. There's a number of other black.
Can I ask you about a black card specifically, though,
please.
Tyler?
Yes, please do. Yes, this is on my mind as well.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we
I'm
have.
so intrigued.
Well, there was a bet made
There was
on
a bet
the
made last week.
episode, Megan, and
yes.
please, well, go ahead.
The card is Fire Navy Trebuchet.
Yeah.
This is the 04 that when you attack,
I know Fire Navy Trebuchet.
it make little ball of rock that go fly.
Yes.
And our bet was, I said this card would have a higher than 54% win rate on 17
Whoa.
lands. And Tyler said no. And Tyler set the line. So I just want to point that out.
You did.
54 was
did.
the line Tyler set.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Okay.
54 was going to
Let's
be
check
a
in.
tie. Yeah. Well, I can say that I have to admit defeat because it is. And I'll say 2 things: one to undermine your victory, and one to
great.
and one to stabilize
I love
it.
that.
Yeah.
It can't be
Yeah.
full
Yeah.
out, you know.
Well, no,
Let's go.
I have, I'll say, like I said, I'll start with undermining, I'll
Okay,
start
thank
with
you.
trying to
Yes.
knock you down.
Bad
a peg or
news
two.
first.
Yeah. So right now it's 54, as we record this, it's 54.9% on,
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
which is 0.9 higher than what it needed to be. So
Yeah. Undermine.
Yeah.
Now he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
overmine you.
No, this is no.
Oh, wait, that was the overmining.
That's just kind of setting the stage.
Setting
Yeah.
the stage. All right, fair enough.
So when we talked last time, you had sort of initially set the line as like it would be 50% or better, and I was like, no, all 17 land users.
I wasn't thinking about it right.
All 17 land users. Usually the average is right around 55. Sometimes it's slightly under that. Sometimes it's slightly over that. But 55 is like pretty much been in the last couple years. That's been usually what all 17 lands drafters, they average with just all decks around a 55% win rate. In this set specifically, they're averaging closer to 56%. So it's 55.8. And I will say that if I had known it was going to be, I mean, legitimately, like that, this is me undermining you. I'm
I
saying
agree with you.
because it is about like, it's basically like 1 percentage point above where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And all of the data is about 1 percentage point above what I thought it was going to be. This is true. I will say this is true.
I love this so much.
So in that way, I feel like it's
brother.
like I do feel like I won still. You know what I mean? In that way.
Yeah.
But I will say, in your defense, number one, you did win. So like that's the first part that I will defend you with.
Technically.
Yeah.
Overmined.
Yeah. And then
undermined, you didn't.
yeah, but the double thing that I will say is specifically if you look at white black, it's actually actively a good card to have in that deck. Like it is.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
It's
Sacrifice.
58.4% win rate, and it is a C+ in that deck. So the other interesting thing that 17 Lands does is with this new grades kind of view that they've introduced somewhat recently, they give you the grades, and those grades are pegged to that overall average on some level.
That's very cool.
So a C- in this set is a 55%, where that might be a regular C in another set. So similarly, if you look at the Trebuchet, if you look at it just in all decks, it is actually a C-, which is not a card you're like happy to put in your deck. It's like fine, and 55 is usually that C range. So it's like it probably would have been like in a normal set, if the the average win rate was 1% lower, it probably would have been right around a 54%. And so it's very interesting. And also, I admit defeat.
Well, Tyler, I want to call this a shared victory defeat with you.
Oh, wow. All right. Oh, I love that.
Will you shake on that?
Yeah, I'll shake on that. A shared victory defeat. The first in history, perhaps. Yeah.
Here on Good Luck High Five.
Yeah, but I will say that I really appreciated the bet being made. And I have to say that like I wouldn't have expected this card to be even as playable as it is. I
mean, there was nothing I loved more than taking a little screenshot of it above 54% and sending it to you.
Which she did do at the earliest opportunity available to her. You know, like,
I'm sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
And like a little like eyes emoji, you know,
just like, look at this, Tyler. What do you think?
Oh, interesting.
Apropos of nothing.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting.
I will say, so looking at 17 lands, the right now, Rise of Sozin is the second best card in the set.
Great.
The best card is the Legend of Yang Chen.
Yes, which I have played with and is.
Let me tell you, Tyler, that sounds amazing because I back to back in 2 games got just wrecked by this card. 2 different people. Things were like going okay. They slam a Legend of Yang Chen, and I was just like, "Yep,
it's the white saga."
Yeah, I think it feels doubly bad to lose to it because it's so confusingly worded that you really don't even know what's happening to you. Like, there's because it's definitely it's templated for Commander on some level because that first chapter when you. I'll speak for myself. When I first read that, I was like, "Oh, I get to choose one of their permanents as well." But that is not.
I'm gonna
please
read
read
this for people.
Yeah.
This is the 3 white mythic. Starting with you, each player chooses up to 1 permanent with mana value 3 or greater from among permanents your opponents control. Exile those permanents. I don't know what I just said.
Exactly. The opponents. it's from permanents your opponents control. That opponents is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. But when you first read it, it kind of sounds like everyone gets to choose a permanent, and it's kind of like there's some kind of that it's like equal. So like you exile one of their permanents, and they get to exile one of your permanents, which obviously would be horrible because they could just choose to exile this. So it'd be like, it would not be great. It would be 5 mana for something that you would get to exile probably their best thing, but then they also just get to exile this.
That's not what
I'm here to tell you that is not what it does.
That's not what happens.
Yes.
That's not it.
Yeah, that's not it. And the second chapter is not extremely relevant a lot of the time, but it does work well with the flipped creature. And that second chapter is you may have target opponent draw 3 cards. If you do, you draw 3 cards. Oftentimes, if the opponent has fewer cards than you're not going to want to do that. But depending on the game state, it's still an option that you have and you get to pick. And then when you flip the thing, it's a 4/5 with flying, and it has whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you airbend another target non-land permanent. And if you have a bunch of cards in your hand, obviously you're going to be able to airbend a bunch of stuff. And if this doesn't get removed,
every chapter of this is just
nasty.
like get wrecked.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah,
just
name a book where that's true.
Every chapter of this
get wrecked.
I don't know. I haven't actually read this, but it feels like The Notebook or something. You know what I mean?
Like old school Bridge to Terabithia.
Yeah,
get wrecked.
Get wrecked every chapter.
Every chapter, get wrecked.
Well, that's a mythic. Can we talk about
anything written by Madeline Miller? Song of Achilles.
Yeah,
Seriously.
sure. Yeah, that's
every chapter, get wrecked is what Madeline Miller says to you.
I would love if that was the note, like on the cover. Yeah. Every chapter, get wrecked.
Every chapter, get wrecked.
Yeah, that's the tagline.
Yeah. Let's talk about the top 10 best commons in this set, because those are going to be your bread and butter, what you're seeing most often in draft. And I think there's a story to be told here. An account I like on Blue Sky is MTG Data Science, which I recommend following, tweeted out a really neat little infographic about this, which was using little colored pips to represent, the best commons in the set or whatever. Yeah. And it just tells you a story very quickly at one glance, which is Jeskai colors are, far and away the strong points of this draft format in common. And that story is borne out through the top 10 commons here that we can see on 17 lands.
Yeah. Can I say one thing too? I will say in the play booster era, I do think that uncommons have become more like commons, because of how many more there are. And
I will say that there are times when I look at my deck and I'm like, it is mostly uncommon.
Yeah.
Interesting point.
Not saying that commons aren't important, but they have become less important in this play booster era. So I just wanted to say that out loud as a...
You want to take me down a peg another
No, not at all. I think I don't... This is not any... I didn't feel like I was trying to contradict you. I was just trying to say I just wanted to add the fact that that from my experience and from what I understand to be true, that is the case.
All right. Well, we can talk about uncommons.
Well, to start with the commons, Lost Days that we've already mentioned, that right now has edging out the second place at 59.5% game in hand win rate. And that card.
This is the 5 mana Tuck It.
Yeah, 5 mana, but importantly, it's Tuck It two under instead of just one, which is normally what this is. And that does make a big difference because like that extra turn is oftentimes the difference between, oh, I'm going to have to deal with this thing before I can get control of the game, or, oh, this thing might just be irrelevant because I'm going to get far enough ahead by the time it gets played again.
When I have this in my hand and like I'm in an okay position on board, I feel like I can't lose.
Yeah. And we didn't even mention the fact that you also get to make a clue, which is very relevant in a number of ways.
And also that it's a lesson.
Yes. And also
which is important.
Yes,
lessons,
very true.
Lessons, I would say, is the best archetype to be in this. I mean, unless you're doing the red Embercleave thing.
Yeah, or the white thing maybe. But I think it is a good like.
But it's not necessarily green blue, which is the lesson archetype.
True. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It can be red blue. Yep. It can be blue X.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I will say, perhaps controversially, that early on in this format, I think this is my favorite of the year. Like, I do think I like this better than Final Fantasy, which was the previous favorite.
Holy cow.
I say it because I think the drafts are more, my experience of the drafts is that they have been more enjoyable because there are so many little things to pay attention to.
Oh, that's why I keep
being
blown out.
Yeah, lessons. I'm saying even in the draft, like not even in the gameplay. I'm saying like, how many lessons are there? How like firebending, earthbending, all these mechanics and how they work together. Yeah. The fact that like, you know, like if I'm waterbending, I need to pay attention to like how many permanents am I putting in play? You know, am I getting some of these things that make clues, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And how all these little pieces kind of fit together, it makes my brain feel good. You know, like when I'm going through the draft and you're just like, oh, but how many allies do I actually have right now? And you're just kind of like always keeping these little pieces of information in mind. And it doesn't feel like you're getting channeled in one direction. It really feels like, okay, I start out in this way. Like these are the paths I'm potentially seeing right now. And like you get to follow those paths as the draft continues rather than in some sets, you're like, oh yeah, I'm this. So like I should just do this. And like, I'm just going to pick all of these cards.
There's a lot of work you can put into crafting your own narrative through your draft.
Yes, I agree. And I have heard people say, I think it is a more princely format, which some people don't like. And I understand that there are definitely more bombs in this format than there have been in some recent ones. Certainly in Final Fantasy, I think it's fair to say that there are more bombs in this set than that. Yeah, I personally kind of like these bombs. So far, my experience is that they have not felt overly oppressive. And I like the fact that, for example, black has some like really powerful cards. So even though black is probably the worst color, like that pretty clearly, if you open up a busted black rare, you still have like a real good reason to draft black. Yeah. And so I like the variety that gives too. And I also love, I've mentioned it before, but those monocolored payoffs and like the way that those are another little piece that you're like, I really want to be skewing towards like a monocolored deck if at all possible.
Get my cat gator to get somebody first
gator,
5
or the white lotus, whatever it is, the white one that makes all the 1/1s, like all that you've mentioned previously. Like those, I love all of those little pieces of this format that make the draft like a really, really rewarding experience. So that's absolutely, that was my little tangent as we were talking about.
Congratulations, Last Days, your number one best common.
Yeah, Last Days, number one best common. Going through them, you know, the rest of them maybe a little quickly. Firebending Lesson, that's number 2.
Oh, it's great.
Great one. You know, it's like a 1 red mana to deal 2 damage to target creature. And then if you kick it, which is a kicker 4, you can deal 5 damage to a target creature.
What more do you want?
What more do you want?
It's got everything.
Excellent. Yeah, and also a lesson, again, very importantly.
Another lesson coming in at number 3, which is it'll quench you. I mean... What?
Get quenched.
Get quenched.
Get quenched. What are you going to say?
You're looking at me very expectantly.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to read the rest of the card. That's really what I was.
Get quenched. That's the rest of the card. That's the text on the card.
It'll quench you. 1 in a blue. Instant. Get quenched.
Get quenched. I think that the holding up 2 mana, one of which is blue in this format, is a thing that is happening left, right, and center.
Yeah. The number of times that I've opted not to cast something because my opponent had 1 in a blue open and I was like, look. Let's just not.
Yeah, totally.
What if we just not right now? It's changing gameplay.
Yep.
I don't need to walk into this.
One little quencher, changing gameplay.
One little quencher at a time, yep. Number 4, Watery Grasp.
1 mana, blue removal spell.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's, what do you call it? It's, Fatal Push in blue, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Reads enchant creature. It's an enchantment aura, and enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Then it has Waterbend 5. Enchanted creature's owner shuffles this into their library. That Waterbend is way more gettable than you think. Like it, it's surprising
it's
how
so easy.
You have clues running around.
Yeah, clues running around. It's just when you look at this and it says 5, that seems like a lot, but I often feel like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you just
it's
do
like
it whenever.
it kind of feels a little bit free. If you're playing a fairly defensive deck.
It does it all. Slices, it dices.
Yep.
It shuffles, it ruffles. You know what I mean?
Slices, it dices, it mices, it Pisces.
Is it like Pisces, like the like
but
astrological
Pisces.
sign? Yeah.
I'm a Pisces.
Yeah.
The fish. Anyway.
Watery grass fits.
Indeed. Yeah. I have a watery grass.
Wait,
I have a.
Do you want to say more about that?
What?
Only in the producer segment.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Thraben Inspector, which you mentioned last week.
Yeah. New Thraben Inspector. Forecasting
so
fortune
good.
teller. 1 in a blue, 1/3.
Love
when
this
it enters,
card.
create a clue. Beautiful. Next one, and I'll mention that like Watery Grasp was the first non-lesson, common that, and then this is their first creature.
Yes.
Interesting.
The only one in the top 10.
Yeah.
That tells you something.
It does tell you something for sure.
Like when I'm like, drawing cards is like so good. I like feels like that's backed up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had something in my throat.
Yeah, and I mean that would be true if you just looked at the comments. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God. Okay, read number 6.
So number 6 is Path to Redemption, which is 1 and a white for an enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature can attack or block, so it's that pacifism variant. But importantly, it has 5 mana. Sacrifice this aura, exile enchanted creature, create a 1/1 white ally creature token, activate only during your turn. So this is they've played around a lot with these pacifisms. Pacifism itself used to be a card you wanted, no longer. It's like actively bad to draft pacifism if it's just straight up pacifism. But this, because it has that buyout, because it's an ally token, which oftentimes will have synergy in your deck, this card is very good and can work defensively or offensively, and has that synergy going for it too.
Yeah, both of our removal spells here have given you the option to not leave the creature on the battlefield.
Exactly, which is very important for these enchantment-based removals. Yeah.
Number 7, Airbending Lesson. 2 and a white, Airbend target, non-land permanent, draw card. Great.
Yep.
Lesson.
Instant speed, lesson.
Yep. Lesson.
Yip.
So cute.
What a cute little yip.
Oh my gosh.
So cute.
+2/+2 and flying. If it's an ally, untap it. Great.
Yep. I don't think it
Wait,
untaps.
no, it doesn't untap it.
The green one untaps, but
Don't listen to me.
well, that's all right. I mean, I would love it if it did. It's still very good. I will say one thing to remember. There's the next one is, we'll just read it too. Octopus form. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. Untap it.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
The blue and the green one, I guess I should.
Octopus form is 1 mana, get wrecked.
Yeah, 1 mana get wrecked
One
for
mana
sure.
just ruin your life.
Yeah. And I'll say these two specifically, the tricks, which are all have like the green one, the 1 mana green one is pretty high up too. That you don't want to be like saying, oh, like I'm just going to, first pick this or whatever and like move in. It's still a card you don't want like unlimited of in your deck, because like a trick is just something that sometimes it will be dead in your hand.
There'll be diminishing returns after a point.
Yeah, there will be. But these actively, you definitely want like 1 or 2 of these cards in your hand. And depending on the deck, you might want more. But just wanted to say that it's a little different than like some of these things you can just load up on them. Like Lost Days, I don't know if there's like an upward limit of the number. It's 5 mana, so maybe there is. But 4, 5, like, like you feel pretty good having unlimited. On these, I wouldn't want like 4 or 5 octopus forms in the deck, probably. No. So I just wanted to mention that. Is this number 9, I believe?
I don't know where we're
10. 10. Thank you.
Number 10, Lightning Strike.
Strike.
Nice.
Of course. It's
That's
a classic.
wild. There is 1 creature in that top 10.
There is, yeah.
That's very unusual.
Yeah.
And there are no green cards.
Yep.
And there are no black cards.
That's right.
So that goes to show you that Jeskai is the place to be as far as commons are concerned.
Yeah.
And that's backed up by the win rates of the color pairs as well.
It is.
And so, I mean, like, but to your point earlier, Tyler, like saying like the rares in the set, they're really great. So if you get a black rare, it's not a wash, and which feels really good, because there's nothing that kind of feels worse than doing a draft and being like, I'm hosed. There's no way I'm going to win because of the colors that were open in my seat.
Or just stepping into a draft and saying like, I'm never going to pick this color, like I think that's a feel bad too. Like, and I will say similar to, it's maybe not quite as balanced as Final Fantasy was, but like this is another set where most color pairs are viable. Like almost all of them have like 56% or above on 17 lands, which means that they are like perfectly viable. They're like the highest right now, I believe, is blue white. Let me double check that that's true. Yep. So blue white is 58.7%, which is excellent, but it's only, like the worst of those. There's like a bunch of 56 or above, and like so 56 to 58.7 is just not that big of a swing. So if you're like, oh yeah, like red green's open, like great, you can draft red green, versus like there's some sets where you're like, oh, I just don't want to be in these color pairs at all. And I think
know I'm only going to get
and there's maybe
wins.
Sometimes there's like 2 or 3 or 4 color pairs like that where you're like, I'm just kind of like giving away equity if I'm like in some other pairs than like these couple that are down.
Simic is a little rough. Rakdos is a little rough.
Yeah, that's
How
right.
do you all feel about splashing in this format? That is a question that I have.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. Can I just say that? I
Yeah.
see it all the time.
Yeah.
I see Uncle Iroh, that 5/5.
Oh, yeah.
Dancing around.
I played him the other day.
Yeah, I did too. I have a story about Iroh actually that I'll tell. Yeah, specifically.
I feel like people are adding for power, and I see it happening quite often, and it doesn't seem particularly difficult. We have the dual lands, which you can sack to draw a card, which is wonderful in this format too. So like, we don't have a lot of treasures running around. We don't have lander tokens, but somehow I feel like I do see splashing happening quite often.
Yeah. I would agree.
I think I've splashed more often than not, question mark.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's interesting. My experience has been that like I've often skewed towards the heavily one color, and then it's kind of funny because like you might be splashing, but it's like sometimes it doesn't feel the same as a normal splash because you're just running like,
you're like
12
I'm
of
mono
one and
white,
then
but
then I also have
little
like
blue red.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's interesting in that way.
Can I ask you both a question?
Yeah, you can. Please.
I want you to think right now of your favorite uncommon to draft in the set.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I know there's a lot, but I just want the one that's at the top of your mind.
Okay.
Like, I don't want you to look. I want you to just be like,
I know.
Okay.
see, I just had one. I just had one.
What's yours?
Y'all go first.
I want us to say it on the same time on the count of
my
three.
gosh.
I'm not going to remember his. Hold on, I have to remember his name.
Ooh, I wonder if we have the same one, Megan.
Okay.
Because I'm going to guess because I'm trying to remember it and I think I do. But you have
Yeah,
hold on.
I have to remember the card's name. Can I look the card's name up?
Okay. You can look the card's name
Hold
up.
on.
You're only just completely ruining it, but I'll let you.
Well, I can say what I think
kidding.
the card's name is.
Okay.
How about
Okay,
that?
that's fine. 1, 2, 3.
Foggy
Allied
Swamp Spirit
Reinforcements.
Keeper.
Oh, we all had a different one.
What was yours?
Okay,
I
what
missed
did you
yours.
say?
I said Guru Patik, the 2
Oh, sure.
yeah,
That's a
green,
cool
blue,
one as
green
well.
is
two
great.
4 that
Yeah.
gets you a lesson.
He's
and
so
puts
good.
counters when you cast lessons. What did you say?
I said Foggy Island Spirit Keeper.
Foggy Swamp
One blue.
Spirits Keeper, yeah.
Foggy Swamp. 1 blue black for a
2/4
2/4
lifelink.
lifelink.
Yeah, that one's great.
And that makes
Make a spirit when you draw your second card.
That's
Yeah.
that's an
Love
excellent
that.
card. Yep.
Love
Excellent
that card.
What one did you say, Tyler?
I said Allied Reinforcements was I think it's the one in the white for 2 1/1s at instant speed.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
yes, yeah.
I might be saying that name
Yeah,
wrong.
but I know what you
I
mean.
wasn't allowed to look it up. But,
To be fair, you weren't allowed to look
yeah,
it up.
but that's what I remember it being, and that's
you
the card I'm
were
talking about.
specifically shamed.
Yeah, I was specifically shamed. But
Named and shamed
yeah,
on this show.
named and shamed. Oh, well, at least I was named first,
Yeah. I also like the 3-mana Sokka he's a 2/4 vigilance, and when he
Draw a
another one
card.
attack, you draw a card.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
can just always attack.
Yep.
He's a 2/4. You're just gonna always attack with him.
Yep. Oh yeah, that card
Send
is
him
excellent.
in.
You know what? Actually, I will say Invasion Submersible is another one I
Invasion
forgot about.
Submersible.
I did look that one up, but that one is.
So
I've had a
good.
couple decks that have
Beautiful
been
boat.
really heavyweight. Like I'll show you this deck right here. Like
Woo,
it's like very
Tyler.
heavyweight, but then there's just like 2 Invasion Submersibles in it, and then
Yeah.
one Lost Days, and like it's like.
Oh, and I see Legend of
Here's
Yang
the
Chen.
thing
that's
about
it.
Tyler's decks, everyone. Whenever he shows them to me, I feel like I felt this blush on my eye. I just realized it looks like
I thought you knew.
cut myself. That you've got like 7 copies of like several cards, and I'm like, how do you do this?
I
This
don't know.
never happens to me. You have 4 airbending lessons. You have
Yeah, 3, but yeah.
okay. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
3 of the Zhong's deserters.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your synergy and the way.
Ooh, this card is another one I love
2
too.
Momo, Fearless Flyer. What the?
Water Tribe Rally.
Friendly
That's
flyer.
another one that I just
Water
absolutely
Tribe
love.
Rally is
2/2.
incredible.
It has Waterbend 5. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them. Put it in your hand. the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's another card that like this is a relatively aggressive deck, but that card won me a couple games where I just needed to like the board got a little stalled. Well, I'm saying the board also got stalled, and then I could use that for value.
Yeah. Yes, it's great.
Invasion Submersible though, like when that thing comes down and bounce it, and if you've played, depending on what you've played this on turn 2, like if you played that blue fortune teller, you can then usually like make this a creature like kind of for free, silly. Like immediately, and that is a huge swing in the game. Like,
this deck is incredible.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah, that's a really nice looking deck there. Well, everyone, if we haven't convinced you to draft Avatar, I don't know what will.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about this. I had this deck that had 2 Iros in it, and not 2 of the same one, but I had the busted one that we're talking about.
One?
Yep.
That makes sure it's a 5/5 for 2 and Teamer mana, and then it has Firebending 2, which honestly I completely forgot about because the card kind of just wins the game usually before you've attacked. But it also has all your spells get flashback for their mana cost, and all your lessons get flashback for 1 colorless mana.
This
is only on your turn. This is only on your turn.
Yes.
So it doesn't work well with counter spells, but
absurd.
But yeah, if you've got like a couple of lost days in your graveyard, or if you've got like some earthbending lessons, this deck had some earthbending lessons. 1 mana. And I found out
it's disgusting
that if you have the other Eero, the 1 hybrid Gruul,
4/2,
it makes all your lessons cost 1 less. And all of your flashback lessons are free. So you can just like, and I was like, does this work? And then I played them and I was like, it does work. And it was very fun. And
does this work? This works.
This works, yeah. And I had a good time with that.
That's incredible.
That's disgusting. Yeah. That's one of the most disgusting things I've heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's just some really fun things you can do in this format.
I mean, it's a good time. Yeah. I'm enjoying this set a lot.
Same. I went 0-3 into 0-3 in this format. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Whoa.
And I am still really enjoying it.
How does it feel?
Well, that's why I wanted to say that, like, unlike Spider-Man / the set that shall not be named, where I think winning was like really propping up my enjoyment of the set. This set, I've lost a fair amount. Like, I mean, I'm sitting at like, what is my win rate on it? Yeah, 59.6, which is lower than my normal win rate, and I'm still really enjoying this set.
That is a great testament to it.
I would just want to say that. Yeah, I will basically want to say that, like, yes, like, I love to talk about winning, but like also I definitely do lose a lot, and this was a set where I was like, I went 0-3 with a deck. I was like, this deck is excellent, and then I went 0-3 and I was like, ugh. And then I drafted a black-white deck where I opened up that 2 blacks like balloon vehicle. You know what I'm talking about? The blimps that make copies of themselves if you sacrifice a creature or a permanent. And I was like, I opened this card up. I'm going to draft black-white. And I also got one of those Tolls of War. And I was like, I'm doing this. And then I feel like I got kind of cut off like after that. And I was probably a little tilted from the 0-3. So I was like, I drafted another 0-3. And then I was like,
classic.
Oh God. But I still wanted to draft more. So
I know it. Absolutely. I know it.
I had a string of, at the start of this format, I had like 4 back-to-back drafts, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3, 6. Like I just couldn't quite get to the 7. But I was still just like I was profiting.
Yeah, totally.
For sure.
6-3 you're still doing
and it was just like one after another. And ever since that, now I'm back on like the classic, like more of a roller coaster of like I've tanked a couple, and then I've had a couple that I trophied. But it was just like right at the top, I was like, do you know what? This is fine by me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not technically winning at all.
Exactly.
But it's still great.
A lot of gems.
Yeah.
That control deck I drafted, I had such an incredible games with it. I was telling Tyler about it, and he's like, oh, did you do it on your laptop? Because 17 lands is installed on my laptop, so I could have walked through those turns.
The game logs, yeah.
And I was like, no, sorry, I was playing on my phone. And the reason is because I was in the bathtub playing, and I like stayed playing this deck to the 7 wins until the water was like ice cold.
Oh my God.
Because I was so obsessed with how it was playing.
Love that. Incredible.
That's my personal testament.
Yeah, that paints the picture like very well, I think.
It really does. Yeah. Really says a lot.
And that's my watery grass. Say say thank you to the sponsors of Good Luck High Five. And first, we're going to thank Card Kingdom. You can check them out at cardkingdom.com/GLHF. Get all the gifts that you need for this holiday season.
Card Kingdom already has a pre-order for the Final Fantasy holiday release up. So if you have a Final Fantasy fan in your life, a Final fan to see.
Oh, yeah, that's so perfect. You have a Final fan to see during the holidays because they're your friend. Oh,
that's a pun for you, Card Kingdom.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I love that.
You can already pre-order that Final Fantasy holiday, those holiday releases.
They look
which
so
is
cool.
Pretty great. Yeah.
So really check them out, everyone. Any singles that you want, if you want to upgrade your friend's commander deck by getting them a nice foil version of one of their favorite commanders, or like an alt art version, I think that's a neat idea.
Yeah.
And you can,
Maria, for instance, is hoping for a $3,000 serialized Edgar Markov.
Trying to drop the hint very subtly here that I want a serialized Edgar. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable to ask. Yeah.
Do you know what's okay? I will say these days, Edgar Markov used to be like $100 plus.
Just normal
just for
Edgar?
the card for Edgar. Now $30.
All right, very.
So
very
get an
cool.
Edgar for the hater in your life.
Yeah.
For the evil person who wants eminence.
Yeah, and who wants eminence and wants to be, at least in Maria's case, married to that that.
Yes, that's how much I love my vampires. What can I say?
Yeah, well.
I'm willing to go the distance, Edgar. Call me. cardkingdom.com/GLHF. A huge shout out to Dragon Shield as well for being our gear sponsor on the show.
Yes.
We love their sleeves. You can use their sleeve crafter tool to get whatever you want.
Cute ones of Santa being surprised by a dragon.
Yes.
Busting out of a snowman.
I know it.
Delightful.
And you can get a matching playmat, by the way.
Celebrate the holidays with a dragon busting out of a snowman.
That's how I do it.
The true hot frosty, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I love
nice.
that. Nice. Well done.
There you go.
Well
Megan,
done.
did you watch Hot Frosty?
Of course I did, Maria.
Yeah. Oof. Same,
It was
same.
rough.
It was
We could talk about
bizarre.
that. Yeah, we could talk about that in the producer episode too.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
if we have time after the surprise that you had.
Oh, I'll make time because I still need to deal with that trauma that was Hot Frosty.
we're
We're still unpacking
a
it.
lot of
all.
us are
Yeah.
still processing.
Yeah, Hot Frosty.
Yeah.
But you don't have to process it with Dragon Shield.
Yep.
Protect your cards and
And your
yourself
mental health.
from the Hot Frosty experience. Dragon Shield, protect your cards and your mental health this holiday season. You can get customized cards for a friend or family member for the holidays. A very fun gift.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a great deal, and we've seen so many creative and delightful ones that there's the possibilities.
I feel
are
like
endless.
if you have an office program and you're a Secret Santa and you have to get some, even if they don't play magic, get them the sleeves. They'll be like, "What is this?" But they'll be like slightly delighted that there's a picture that means something to them.
Yeah,
exactly.
They could probably what would you use sleeves for if you didn't play magic? You could they could be ornaments. You just poke a hole in them. You could hang them on your tree.
You're so
I feel like they have kind of
right.
unlimited uses. You know, you just make a garland out of them. You know, like you would do with dried orange rounds, but instead of dried orange rounds, you have sleeves. Yeah.
Wow. The idea is endless.
Yeah.
The link in the show notes are under the video. Well, friends, that's this episode of Good Luck High Five. Thank you so much for hanging out with us again and doing our scheduled weekly goof.
Yep.
Glad you could be here to share this goof
is a reminder
with
to
us.
schedule your weekly goof.
Yep.
Schedule a goof in your life. And if you do, please let us know if you're a patron over in our Discord. I want to know what goof you're scheduling.
Same.
Because it's important
It's crucial.
It is crucial.
Especially, these months for many people are some of the loneliest of the year. And I think it's, having that scheduled goof is something that might make you feel a little less overwhelmed by life. And don't we all just aspire to that?
That's a great point, Tyler. Yeah. Let us know about your goof and schedule that goof. And thanks to all you goofs for helping us goof every week. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to our new patrons. We'll be shipping off those pre-release packs to you very shortly. Thank you to Card Kingdom and to Dragon Shield. We're getting ready after the show to film a new Commander Arcade for the holidays, so keep your eye out for that.
Another Judge Rob and Judge Eric special with
Plane Chase
deck that they created for last year.
Cool.
Yeah, and if you remember last year's episode, it really was an all timer from a betrayal perspective. So
it was one of the all-time acts of betrayal.
It's one of the betrayals of all time.
Yeah,
it is one of the betrayals of all time that backfires in the most
so
beautiful,
spectacularly. Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, it is Shakespeare. It
is
is the
Shakespeare, yeah.
Bible.
Shakespeare wished he could have written Betrayal this good.
Yeah, and the Bible wishes it could have written it too. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it is top tier.
Yeah.
So
Top tier.
if while you're waiting for that, go check out last year's if you haven't seen it, or rewatch it. Quite honestly, because what a delight!
Yeah.
I can't wait to film it tonight and uncover some new planes, Christmas themed planes, and traumatize ourselves in new holiday ways.
Yeah.
Which is
And,
what I'm sure
and
will
I think
happen.
that'll be out. That'll be out like mid-December. Is that right? Or like late December? Actually, I think is that true?
Yeah. Late
Yes,
December.
Or wait,
Because our
no.
first episode, are we talking about Commander Arcade?
Yeah.
episode?
Yes, because
our first one is
the big bads.
Yeah,
most popular commanders.
and that'll be in like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And then the one after that will be
the
one.
Christmas
Will be
episode.
Plane Chase.
Yeah, so that's exciting stuff coming up from Good Luck High Fives mouths to your ears and eyes.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I understand.
Great. Thanks everybody. Producers, stick around. There's more show for you coming up. For better or worse.
Yeah.